Alright, hey guys. Wanted to do a review on this Harbor Freight motorcycle lift. I know there's a lot on YouTube already about it. For the most part, it's all been good. Some say it's junk. Anyway, so far so good. 2 thumbs up. No problems for me at all. And I've done a few upgrades to it and some things that I've seen other people do that's helped out. And I will start off right now. I've had this thing for about 3 years. This Harley Davidson Softail Fat Boy, and that's pretty much the only motorcycle that's really ever been on this lift. Not because I'm particular, but just so happened to be. You know, I got other people that's talked about bringing it here and changing oil, whatever. It's just never happened. Anyway, so let me show you some of the things I've done to it to upgrade it. Some things that I think's helped. Some ups and downs about it I don't like, do like, but pretty much I'm about 98% satisfied for the money. I think I give 3.25 for it or something like that. So anyway, well, bear with me if I move this thing around. Sometimes I have a tendency not to get the right angle, but I'm going to do my best. So here it goes. Alright. As you can see, it's in pretty good shape. This is an upgrade that I did, which is also a Harbor Freight product, wheel chock. Let me say, I added these. These are the factory ones. And I added this one, and I did that pretty much for when I took my front wheel off. Might be a little tricky with this on there because I just had the original chock on it, but I did that to kind of hold the bike stable back here, and it worked out fine. But anyway, here's one thing that's always a concern to everybody: this plate. Now, I just recently turned this around to where the hole's up here. I always had the hole back here, and I've never had an issue. So, but it does make sense that it's a little more stable here, because you can probably see, like, the frame that holds it in place stops right here on both sides. So, and that's about where that there's that. So I did flip that around. And normally I don't leave this on here. I normally take this off. I just put it on there to show you when I pulled it up on there. Did a little burnout. That's because my wheel was wet a little bit. I don't mind the motorcycle. It's wet, dirty. Last time I had it out, we caught a rain shower on the way home. So haven't had a chance to clean it up yet. But anyway, first and foremost, one of the things that I did to this to that I seen that I figured would be a problem down the road is right here on your pedal to let the motorcycle or the lift down. This little set screw. People said in reviews that has a tendency to strip out because it only has a wee little hole underneath here that the set screw goes into. So what I did, I took it off, got where the set screw was at, and drilled in about 1/8 to 1/4 inch, and then run the screw on down in further, so I don't ever have no problem with that thing stripping out and not going down. Alright. Like I said, here's the original wheel stop and chock, and I honestly never really had no issues with it. And this here piece right here was the base to this, which sit this way. And the problem I had, I bought it for inside my trailer, and the problem I had, the motorcycle didn't really seem like it wanted to sit in there. I was afraid of it falling over, and this here was bolted through these square, like carries bolt holes here, down through the trailer, and these edges here was digging into my floor and putting in creases and dents in my floor on the trailer. And I was just afraid over time it might weaken the floor. So, like I said, I never really had no issues with this here, but I thought I'd try this, and so far that seems to be pretty good. Everything's pretty solid. Never had no issues with the hydraulic pump going up and down. I mean, I do wish it was air, but you can see I don't have the biggest air compressor. It looks kind of big. It's a 17 gallon, I think it is. Here's kind of how I look at it. By the time I get this up to about 90 pounds, what it's going to take to put that up, I could already have it pumped up. So, and like I said, you can see no issues. It pumps up. And like I said, I generally have the bike on here all winter long, and I don't let it down. I do put my little stop in there. But I will say this here, one thing that you do need to do, especially your first buying these, first time you roll a bike up on there, always run these stops into the ground. And try to have your bike level, or your lift level, I mean. Because if you don't have them down and you just got your wheels down, you're going to roll on there and it's going to lift up on, because it sits forward. That's another thing too. When this is down, this whole lift will come forward probably about 2 feet. Like whenever this is sitting in the down position, the front of this here will be about right here. So keep that in mind too. You go to put it up against the wall or something like that, when you lift it up, it's going to be away from the wall, which is good. That way you can walk around it. But biggest thing is, like I said, if you don't have these stops down and you roll up on this ramp, it has a tendency to lift up on that front end and it'll start scooting with you. So, but I'll show you here. Put it down. Now I let it go down slow. I don't let it go real fast. But you see what I mean? Like right there was the front of the lift before, right in here. Actually, it's more like 3 feet. So, let's see if I can set you over here for a second. And then, like I said, go back up it. Oh, let me show you this. This is how I always ride the bike up on. You all can stand beside of it however you want. I always ride up on it. But what I did before, I got these soft ties on here, and I always put them on there before I bring them up, bring the bike up. Okay, so, and what I was doing before with the other chock, I didn't trust it, so I would always lean down and pick this up and put it in there on both sides, and then get off the bike. But now that I got that wheel chock in there, see, like I said, it wiggles, but for the most part, it's in there. And then, like I said, I always just put just a little bit of tension on it, because I don't like drawing down on my handlebars a lot. So, and then you can see, I usually will, sorry guys, I don't know about this new drop bar here. Bear with me, I'm trying to get the angle here for you. I generally take this here off, just set it aside. Alright, so now you can see it don't take all that long to bring it up. Like I said, I have a tendency, I just kind of hold on to everything here. And, I have about 50 pumps. It's up 50, 60 pumps. It don't take it that long to pump up. Watch somebody's going to count this and tell me how many pumps it is. I'm not counting. Probably more than 50. Up all the way. It'll kind of level out, and that's all further to go. And I always kick my safety back down in here. And there you have it. So, I will say this. A lot of times if I gotta do anything with my back tire, I will use this here motorcycle jack, which is a little bit overkill, but I can put it up underneath here and lift up the back wheel, spin it to clean the rims and stuff, or to change the tire. I will say this, I have taken this out, took the tire off and dropped it down through there, which worked awesome. Now, putting the tire back on is a little different story. Trying to hold the tire and get everything there and lined up, your axle and all. Probably the only thing I don't like about the lift, all in all, is I do wish it was the wider, where you could put like a tractor or a four-wheeler or something up there. And this here, it does have a tendency to be pretty slickery. If it's you bring it in when it's wet, my suggestion is don't put it up on the left when it's wet unless you absolutely have to. But you also can cure that too. You could put, I've seen where people's had some, put like a strip of grip tape. One guy had a line axe or some kind of crap down through there where you run up on there. I thought about, I got some paint that I painted the tailgate on my trailer with that's got grit in it. I did think about painting that. So it would grip. I mean, of course, once you're up over that, ain't no big deal, you know. So anyway, there you have it. It is what, you know, it is a great lift. I ain't had no major issues with it or anything. It's worked out really well for me. I mean, my personal opinion, homeowner, couple friends, perfect. If you're going to try to run a shop or something, I'd say spend the extra money. That way you're universal. You get the side kit and all that. So, yeah, like I said, you know, this here is also a Harbor Freight thing. I think I paid, for the wheel chuck, I think I paid $20 or something. I have two of them. But all in all, it's pretty good deal. I love it. You and I believe the things you can see with that up on that lift that you can't see when it's down on the ground as far as cleaning. So anyway, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.